everybody, to another episode of the Tequila Tuesday Show. I am your host, Justin Baldwin, and the tequila that we're talking about today has me more excited than any other tequila we've had on the show thus far. That tequila is Teremana Blanco. Now, the reason I'm so excited about this, if you recall, the first ever episode we did was on Teremana Reposado. The reason is, when I first decided I wanted to do the show, I knew Teremana had to be first for a few reasons we'll talk about in just a few minutes. But all I had was the Reposado. So I went out, I tried to find Teremana Blanco, but no one had any. In fact, I looked everywhere within a 2-hour drive of me, no one had it, and no one knew when they would be getting some more. So last Tuesday, I went and found the tequila I planned on doing today's episode on, but as I was walking to the cash register, something caught my eye on the left-hand side, and what caught my eye was about 12 bottles of Teremana Blanco. So what did I do? I grabbed 3. And this episode is 5 months waiting to happen. So excited to talk to you guys about Teremana Blanco, about Teremana, and to try this for you guys. If you haven't had it yet, I challenge you, I beg you, go out and try it. This is one of the few tequilas that we've had on the show that I've already tried before this episode is recorded. So, Dwayne Johnson is the founder of Teremana, and he wanted to create something that would build and grow his legacy. He wanted something that after his acting career stopped, which hopefully is no time soon, but after that stopped, he wanted something he could continue to be a part of and continue to build, and something he could leave to his family and his daughters when he eventually passes. So, congrats on that. By the way, agaves take 7 to 10 years to mature to be able to produce any tequila at all. So he was thinking about this 7 to 10 years ago when he was able to buy the distillery, get the agaves bought, and all of that. So it's a long time coming, and I'm really excited to talk about it with you guys. The reason Teremana, I wanted it to be first, is Dwayne Johnson is the reason I ever tried tequila in the first place. Every Instagram post, it seemed like, every show and every movie he was on, if there was a scene where he had alcohol, it was tequila. So I was thinking, hey, there's got to be something to this. So I did some research and I went out and tried some tequila. I ended up liking it. And when I found out he was making his own, I knew it was going to be amazing, and it definitely is that. So Teremana comes from 2 words. Terra meaning earth, and mana being the Polynesian spirits. So Teremana put together is spirit of the earth. After they cut their agaves, they cook them in small brick ovens for 3 days. Now, small brick ovens are used by a few tequilas, mostly premium and ultra premium tequilas, because it produces a more consistent and a better tasting tequila at the end of the process. After they cook the agaves in the small brick ovens, they use a roller mill to crush the agaves. Now, I was a little sad, even disappointed to a degree, when I found out that's what they used to crush the agave. Reason being, if you're going to use the small brick ovens, which is a traditional process, why not use a Tahona press? Well, the only tequila I've ever tried that uses the Tahona press to crush the agaves, their Blanco was $69. And Dwayne Johnson said he wanted to create a tequila that tasted great, was excellent quality, but was available to basically anybody. And at the price point of $29 to $31, depending on where you get it from, that definitely is what he accomplished. So if he would have used the Tahona press, it would have been a much higher price tag on his tequila, which would have defeated the purpose of what he was trying to accomplish. After they crush the agave, what they don't use in the tequila is turned into compost and used as fertilizer in their agave fields, which I think is really great, especially with the name Teremana, Spirit of the Earth. Using what you don't use for the tequila and making it compost and natural fertilizer for the agave fields. So after that, they use stainless steel open vats for the fermentation process. After that, they use copper pot stills, which were made by local artisans in the community on site at the distillery to distill the tequila. So he uses a small brick ovens, uses copper pot stills. Both of those choices make the tequila a smoother, cleaner, better tasting tequila. The Tahona press would have been the triple threat, but again, the price point he was going for defeated that from being able to happen, and so he uses the roller mill. But again, 2 of the 3 traditional processes. Congratulations on that. Now, the bottle itself. It is on the back the only nutrition label listed tequila. So right here tells you exactly what's in it, tells you how many carbs are in it, if there's any sugar in it, which there's not, there's no added sugar, which we've talked about that before. Go back and look at the What is Gold Tequila episode. We talk about the issues with gold tequila and that, and certified gluten-free. On the front, a very simple, well thought out in my opinion, logo up top, small batch tequila, the bottle number right here, gluten-free again, 100% agave, blue agave, by the way, and it says Hincho in Mexico, of course, distilled and handmade copper pot stills. I know they're really proud of that, but a really well thought out, really great label. On the bottom is the initials of his daughters, which is also really, really cool. The NOM number is 1613. That distillery only makes Teremana tequila, which is really great. There's some distilleries out there that make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some 68. If it's Bacardi's distillery. So the only distillery that makes Teremana is 1613, and it's also the only tequila that NOM distillery makes. So I know what you guys are wanting to know. Does it taste good? So it's time for that part of the episode. So we're going to open it up real quick. Get a quick hit. So we got cooked agave, immediately something I noticed there. Not really strong alcohol smell or a strong pepper nose to it. Very smooth, cooked agave. Slight bit of citrus, as you would expect in a Blanco, but somehow some Blancos miss that. A slight black pepper trail through it. Let's see, and let it open up just a little bit more. Again, the price point for the 750 milliliter bottle, which is all they make currently, was $29.95 when I got this. It'll probably vary from state to state and depending on where you get it from. Some really good legs running throughout as well. Some more citrus the second time around. Again, you don't get smacked with the black pepper like in some Blancos. Overall, very, very good. I definitely recommend that you try it. And also, there's a screen printed signature of Dwayne Johnson on the back there. But all in all, really great tequila, in my opinion, based off of my palate, and really great price point as well. I definitely recommend that you guys try it. I'm going to kick it out to you guys. Let me know if you've tried it, what you think. If you haven't, when you try it, let me know what you thought. of the flavor and the nose. Let me know if maybe you tasted something different than what I mentioned, or if you smelled something different than what I mentioned, because every palate's going to be a little bit different, right? And so let me know what you guys think of it. Also, let me know what tequilas you would like me to try and talk about on the show. Probably 75% at this point of the tequilas we've had have been recommendations from you, the audience and viewers. So I thank you for your engagement. Again, as always, here's to your continued health, wealth, love, and happiness. I'll see you next week.